Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play The Legend of Grimrock. And when last we left off, you'll notice there are a few items lying around here. That's because I've sorted out a lot of our inventory space. And although some of the characters are pretty close to their carry capacity limits, we've managed to organise pretty much everything, including going back down one of those pits to get one of those wooden boxes. For now, we're going to move over here and explore this area that's full of these dungeon crabs. You know, I still wonder why there are crabs in this dungeon. I believe I explained quite aptly. Yes, you did explain why you think there are dungeon crabs, but the truth might actually be more worth knowing. And you're implying that I was not telling the truth? I think it's pretty much a given at this point. Well, I never. I try and help you all out, and yes, you claim you try and help us all out. I am helping you all out. I mean, look how effective I am. That is undeniable, but your knowledge of dungeon crabs leaves stuff to be desired. And you're implying that I wasn't telling the truth? I believe we're going around in circles here. We really need to be focusing on these crabs. I agree. Dungeon crabs they are. I heard that. You were meant to hear it. And so we're going to give eyes a level here. We most certainly want to focus on air magic here because Greater Lightning Bolt is a pretty good spell, and so is the resist shock ability. We want to get a little higher for the Circle of Protection though, so that all party members gain resist shock, which is quite nice. You may also notice that I've made a few healing potions, and by a few I mean a lot, because we're most certainly going to need healing potions pretty soon. Also, there is some fire, because I distinctly remember that's what you need to do to get this fire blade here, because you need fire to gain access to this area, and although the game hopes that you have a magician that has fire magic, it doesn't outright presume you will. So there are multiple ways, in fact, to get past that area. You need to hit that with a firebolt or some sort of fire spell to gain access. And there are 3 ways to do it. Hello, Mr. Snail! How are you? I have no idea where you came from, but we will defeat you. In fact, I have a bit of a theory as to where you came from. Did you come from up here? All the way into this area? I'm actually going to go and have a look there, because for all I know it might have repopulated with snails. And snails are not a terrible thing to defeat when it comes to food. And indeed, I hear some more snails. This might be a point where there is an unlimited supply of enemies. Albeit not very dangerous enemies, but still enemies nonetheless. Also, where is that crossbow bolt? I'm pretty sure I had 10 of them, and now I only have there we go. There's the other one. We could go and get some of that food, but we don't need it right now. But I suppose we could just stock up on our food supply here and get to maximum. It's not a terrible thing to do. There we go, and you just need to top up there, so we'll have you eat there. You'll notice that by by picking up that single bit of snail slice, William went to being encumbered, and that is something that will happen now, because his carry capacity is very, very tentatively almost to that point. What we want to do is we want to actually go back quite a way. Also, we'll grab this while we're here, because we want to head over to the area where we have the choice of what items to pick, as I'm pretty sure I know what one I want to go for now. There are 3 choices, and most of them are not very good. Oh, hello! How are you? Are you well? You are not well, because you are soon to be very, very dead. There you go, you can by all means try and strafe us, but that's not really going to work, because we have a lot more strength than you do. There we go! You are nearly defeated. In fact, you are most certainly defeated, because that was a lightning bolt to your face. And let's move on here over to the area that we can't get into just yet, and the treasure room. Now, there are 3 choices here. This choice has a bunch of reagents and what looks like some bombs. We don't really want those. Also, our health situation is pretty dire, so we're going to rest now before I forget. And forgetting would be pretty terrible considering where we're about to go. And there's plenty of food on this floor anyway, so we can just rest without any real problems. The second one of these alcoves is It looked like to begin with that it was a different kind of ranged weapon, but I'm pretty sure that that is just a crossbow. I think that's just a crossbow, and we don't need a crossbow. If we put that there, it's pretty much the same item. The other thing, however, is a book, and we certainly need a book. So we're going to use this gold key here to open up this room and get access to it. It is not a skill tome as I was thinking, but it's probably not a bad thing either. Let's have a look at this. I cannot even it's quite hard. What is this? It is something for me. Are you quite sure? Yes, this is a tome of fire. And what does a tome of fire do? It grants me power. I don't like it when you say that things grant you power. What kind of power are we talking about? That kind of power. You were not capable of using fire spells before, were you? No, I was not. Maybe we'll need to keep an eye out for more of those books. Indeed we will. And so now Eyes has a few more extra skill points and some bonus fire resistance. The fire magic there is not really going to help us that much in gaining access to the challenge area, and there is a challenge area beyond that pit that we need to open, but the sword that we got, the fire blade, most certainly will. It's actually a weaker weapon than the cutlass in melee, but the 10 charges of fire, I think it's a firebolt that comes out of it, that is what we're going to use to gain access to the area beyond. I like the fact that the game does give you the option of being able to do it regardless of what kind of party you have. But first we're going to throw a rock on there, because I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure that that is a trap. And even if we managed to open this area up, we would still have to deal with that. There we go! We are now in. Also, that gives us a bit of a hint as to what kind of threat we're going to be. Oh, hello! It's a good thing I realised that there was something behind us, because that would have been very, very dangerous. How about lightning bolt? There we go! Much better. Also, they seem to like hitting Malgrav, which is not very good, but then again, his protection and evasion are quite a bit lower than Heather's. Also, over here is a challenge room. I quite distinctly remember that icon. It was where we found all those slimes. I don't think we should go down there just yet. I agree. We'll need to clear out everywhere here first. The last thing I want is something following us down from the depths of wherever. I agree. Let's explore carefully. For indeed, there is a lot of danger down there. That is the Fighter's Challenge, and the Fighter's Challenge is very, very deadly. But not as deadly as these here. These are basically fire elementals, and what do? They are nasty, nasty foes. They can fire a lot of fire attacks at you. And we need to be very, very careful that we don't do anything sneaky, like try and move up to us and blast us with fire. Because what they can do is hurt a lot. They hurt a lot if they hit you. They fire fireballs and they just hit everyone in the party. And we really don't want everyone to be hit by fireballs, because everyone being hit by fireballs will probably kill the Malgrav and Eyes. I was about to say kill the mage and the frontline fighter there, but yes, it'll kill pretty much everyone. And here is a puzzle that I kind of remember the solution to. We're going to map it all out first, and we're actually going to throw ourselves down a pit pretty soon. Because there is one pit in particular that we most certainly want to go down, and it is this one. This one is actually a little secret that, you know the area down that we fell into before? The one that had the box and the door I couldn't open? I still don't know how to open that door, but I do know that down here lies a treasure. And it's quite a good treasure. Unfortunately, it's in here. The Golden Grave. And they're not kidding. I have no idea how this dungeon crab manages to survive down here, but we are going to be ready for this dungeon crab. This dungeon crab will eventually be able to attack us, as this door is on a timer. There we go. We're going to have to defeat this as quickly as possible, because there is no chance that we're going to be able to... There we go. Aha! The Crown of Kings. Do you know this item? Indeed! The Golden Crown of House Abarak. Or Abark, actually. Or is it a Brark? I think it's a Brark. You don't actually know this item. I do know this item. It is the Golden Crown of House Abark, the ancient rulers of the vast, Theranan Empire. Are you sure that's how that's said? No, not really, but it's very, very valuable, and we're most certainly going to want to keep it. We're most certainly finding a few nice treasures down here, I have to admit. We are, I do have to concede, we are finding quite a few treasures. And we're back up to here now. Also, we might want to take these with us at some point, but we certainly want to rest pretty soon. Not right now, though, but soon. We'll head back the way we came and go back to this area. We want to partly solve the puzzle, and then we want to completely solve the puzzle. You can see there are switches that are sort of scattered around, and the round key is over there. We want to gain access to that round key. Unfortunately, we can't right now because there's no way to access it. However, there is another switch in this area that will activate a timed puzzle. The timed puzzle starts when I press that switch there. Also, we could take the sort of long way round here, but it just leads to a pit, and the pit really isn't going to help anyone. Alright. What we do for the first part is that we do this, go round here, and very carefully go round here, and that's pretty much all we need to do right now to get this round key. And there is one of these enemies here, and I did not anticipate this enemy being here. I do not know how you came here. Maybe it was because we rested and they respawn here, but either way we're going to be very, very careful here, and we're going to take up this torch. There's a reason why we do that, and that's because it closes this pit here. We need to use that pit to, reagents. We need to use that pit to be able to gain access to this area again once we've started the proper part of the puzzle. Because to unlock a secret item, we need to press all of these switches. This could involve us falling down a couple of pits, so I'm going to save here, because you never know how many times I may have to try this. Here we go, let's try it. We want to push this one first, then this one. Gotta be very quick about this one. Then this one, and then we go round very quickly and try and get round to the other one, which is on the other side. I might be able to do this first time if I'm lucky. And indeed, I was lucky. Unfortunately, here is one of those flame elemental things to basically get in our way, and we need to be very careful how we fight this, because we only have a limited amount of space. There we go. In here are two nice items. Ring mail, which is going to be really, really useful later. We need to shed some inventory space there to carry this around, and this item, the Sword of Nex. The priestesses of Nex have embedded the blade with strange minerals that give the weapon incomparable sharpness. It is a really good weapon, and there is +10 accuracy that is also there. And we want to carry this ring mail around, because the ring mail is going to be very useful later. We also want to get rid of some carry capacity here, so that we can take this item with us. Let's see how we can do that, shall we? Right, you are actually, yeah, you're too encumbered with that. You're definitely encumbered. You're also encumbered. It's basically going to have to be something that Heather's going to get rid of. If we pass that over to you, and we pass that over to not you, there we go. Now we've sorted it all out. This is going to get a little bit easier in a short while, because we're going to be getting a very, very good item soon. The problem with trying to get this item is that it's going to be very, very tricky, and we're going to be using a lot of our consumable resources here. And I mean a lot of our consumable resources as we enter into the Fighters Challenge. We're going to switch out all 11 of these fire bombs onto ice here, and we're going to move a lot of these lightning bombs onto William. This is going to encumber him, but if we move some of these items over, we might be able to get rid of that. Actually, maybe we can't. But it is only going to be a very temporary thing, because we're going to be getting rid of those firebombs very, very quickly. What's going to happen in this room is that we're going to be surrounded on all sides by enemies. And I mean a lot of enemies. Really nasty enemies. And so we're going to be very, very quick in using these firebombs to gain access to a corner. And once we're in a corner, only 2 groups of enemies can attack us at the same time. Unfortunately, the game is going to put us straight in the middle of this challenge area, and we're going to have to fight our way through. So is everyone ready? I don't think we'll ever be ready for this, whatever this is. Perhaps there's a secret switch or something that leads to the next area. Let's find out. Oh, we've got to get out of here. We've got to get out of here right now. And indeed, we need to get out of here pretty much right now. Also, we need to drink that potion of haste there so that we can fight our way through. We want to head over to this area as quickly as we possibly can without losing any of the party. We're basically throwing all of our consumable resources here to ensure that we get through without anyone dying. Right, we're now in a corner, which means that only 2 sets of enemies can fight us at the same time. And that is quite a good thing. Alright, nobody has died yet. Nobody has died yet at all. We need to be very, very careful. There is a pair of enemies that are there. Also, we need to get you armed with your crossbow bolts there, so that we don't lose anyone. There is a pair. We need to get rid of that pair right now, before somebody dies horribly. Alright, how's everyone's health doing? They're doing quite well, actually. Very well indeed. You'll notice that pretty much all of my firebombs are being used up here, but it's most certainly worth it. It also clears up some carry capacity, quite handily. Alright, I think we've pretty much managed to do this, but I've got to be very, very careful that somebody doesn't die by getting hit too many times. I think I've nearly done it. And the reason why I remember this area is because it's really, really nasty. This area is just horrible. It's just absolutely dreadful. Also, I think they might be the last enemies to deal with. Alright. Have we got you? We've nearly got you. You'll also notice that there are more of the bombs everywhere. But we've won. Is everyone alright? Amazingly, I think we're all alive. I'm fine, thanks for asking. What about the rest of you? I didn't actually think you'd care about our physical condition here, or if we were alive at all. What do you mean by that? Well, what she means is that she presumed that you would just loot our corpses and move on. I object to that. I most certainly care about the well-being of all of you, even if you don't think I do. Well, that's greatly appreciated. It does seem that we're all alive and, for the most part, unharmed. And that's good. I really don't want to keep doing this, keep fighting these challenges, although there is a gold key here. I need to go find my remaining crossbow bolt. It's somewhere around here. We'll find it. There it is. Excellent. So what was worth doing this for? That thing there? Looks like a shield. It does look like a shield. And it is the Shield of Valor. I've heard of this, actually. It was rumored that not even a dragon could harm the Emperor of Malantale when he carried it. It's meant to be extremely powerful and very magical. And indeed it is. It actually increases Heather's strength when she's using it, which means that she can carry more stuff. In fact, I think she can probably carry these boots now. I don't think she'll be able to carry those. No, she won't be able to carry those yet. But we're getting there. Also, we can pass off that shield, and what else do we want to do? Well, the first thing I think we want to do is we want to move on. And pass these gauntlets over to Eyes, because we have managed to most certainly defeat that encounter, with exceptional ease, I might add. And that ease is something that I was not anticipating, because we still have all of these potions. I had a potion on each of them, and multiple potions on Malgrave, but we didn't need them, because now we have the Shield of Valor, and it is a wonderful, wonderful item. And we got quite close to another level there, which is pretty good. I think we'll get the heavy armor proficiency for Heather next level, which is really, really good, and will allow her to wear all this heavy armor that we've been carrying around with us. Alright, we could take this rock. I don't know if taking this rock's actually going to mean that we get a fireball hitting us. Oh, there was a different kind of fireball altogether coming our way, from this enemy right here. Hello? Are you going to come and try and obliterate us? I would much rather you came this way and tried to attack us. But you appear reluctant to do so, which is a problem because I'd much rather you came this way, but if needs must, I will go to you instead. I will go to you instead. These are pretty much fights that William... hello! You're coming this way now. That is much better. Hello? Do you feel like coming this way? Terrible mistake, sir. Terrible mistake. The last thing that we want to go and do is we want to, is that, no, that's not our, lights fading. We want to go and, do we want to carry all that food? I suppose we should use it if we're not going to eat it. Or rather, if we're not going to, carry it, we'll eat it. That was what I meant to say. We'll give that over to, Heather. And what we want to do is we want to head over to the exit at long last, as I think we've pretty much got everything that we, ooh, there is a thing there. We've pretty much got everything that we want. And with the final area that we can unlock, we're going to go and... Actually, we might as well grab that by now, because there's no harm in doing so. We will unlock this door with a final round key. What is in here that's worth it? Ah, chitin mail. And this is going to be very nice armor indeed. Plus 9 protection. That is pretty awesome, and it is very, very light. We'll just switch these items around. There we go. You can have that there, and you can have this here, which is a little better. And we need to clear a little bit of inventory space on you, and we need to clear something on you here, because you're carrying a little too much, but eyes can quite capably carry the load that, that is being basically burdened by everyone else. What do we want to do here? That's not going to sort it. That would sort it, but that would encumber eyes. Maybe we just need to pass off a little bit of food here, like some of that, and I don't know why we're carrying this with us, and they're quite heavy, actually. That? There we go. Much better. You can just carry that for now. Well, I have to say, but I think we've managed to sort this quite capably. Wouldn't you agree? I would agree. That could have got a lot worse, but we don't know what's beyond and down. Well, there's only one way to find out. Who knows? Maybe when we get out of here, I'll write an epic ballad about our glorious successes. Will you even mention that we did anything? Of course I'll mention that you did things, for after all, the companions of the great William Master Thief deserve recognition. Okay... William and his companions, all of equal standing? That's better. It doesn't have as catchy a title, though, but it is more truthful. I suppose. What do you think, Eyes? I think we're wasting time. And I agree. We should move on. And I'll catch you next time, folks. For when we come back, we will descend down into level 7 proper. And I still don't know what that door opens. At all. Maybe I'll figure it out at some point. Maybe. Later.